So, are you thinking about eating clean? Watch this video first. Hi, I'm Alex, the Climb Dietitian, Sports Dietitian, and Nutrition Coach. As always, welcome back to one of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. But before we deep dive into today's topic, remember to subscribe, ring the bell. Awesome. So if you have spent any decent amount of time trying to diet, lose weight, build muscle, whatever it is, something health related, something nutrition related, you would have heard about the whole clean eating principle, the whole clean eating kind of diet, so to speak. You might actually be doing clean eating right now, or you may be thinking about doing it. If so, keep watching. So I was recently speaking to a new client and they were telling me how they were eating healthy, they were eating clean in their own words, but they were plateauing. They weren't getting the results they were hoping for and they didn't know what was going on. They're like, I'm eating well, I'm eating clean and I'm not getting results. What on earth is happening? Literally, they were telling me how they were, eating a bunch of vegetables, eating lean proteins, all that sort of stuff, cutting out chocolate, doing all this stuff, and they still weren't getting results. They were stuck. Their reliance on clean eating as a strategy meant that they got stressed when the results didn't really go as according to plan. And this is a lot more common than you may think, and I'm going to explain why. Well, newsflash, clean eating is not the solution, okay? It's just not. And potentially what you just heard before sounds familiar to you. Say maybe that you're struggling with right now, or something that you've struggled with in the past. I mean, it's super popular to say that you're eating clean, and it's become synonymous with good eating, okay? Clean eating should equal good eating. And truth be told, I get the original premise of the whole clean eating movement, okay? To eat more whole foods, eat more healthier foods. I get that, and I appreciate that. But over time, it has become, in my own opinion, a crappier part of the traditional dieting culture, where it's about restriction and not about flexibility. As you can tell, I do not like clean eating at all. As a concept or as a term, I just don't like using it and I don't like recommending it for my clients. Well, here are the reasons why I do not like the term clean eating and why I want you to stop using it too. Number one, clean eating means something different to every single person, okay? There is no set definition for clean eating. It doesn't mean anything beyond what the individual in question actually believes it to be. Low sugar, no GMO, no meat, dairy-free, vegan, whatever you want to call it, all these things have been attributed to clean eating by someone in the past and by some kind of movement, because clean eating doesn't have a set definition. It just means what you believe it means that's healthy for you, okay? Does that make sense? Because that's a really key aspect of why I do not like clean eating, because it's just not really a set strategy. It's just so arbitrary. It just depends on you. Number two is that you can still eat any foods and get results, okay? You do not need to be eating clean to get results. And that is a big part of why I do not recommend it, because people think that it's the be-all, end-all. They think that it's the only solution. And the reality is, it's not. And because it's so restrictive and not fun, okay, let's get that aside, it's just not a good strategy in my opinion, okay, for that simple fact alone. Now, of course, I'm not saying prioritize unhealthy foods because it's more fun, okay? Cleaning is all crap and you just got to eat, what you want, fun all the time. I'm not saying that. There has to be a balance, but that balance is not achieved by restriction in the form of clean eating. The third reason is that food is not good or bad. Food is not unclean or clean and all this sort of stuff. What this creates is a divide between you and food and can potentially create an unhealthy food relationship. And that is a key aspect of why I do not enjoy clean eating, because it really creates that dichotomy of good and bad. Okay, it's just black or white. And that's just not the way it should be. Instead, what you want to do is look at food as food and just prioritize more healthy foods in your diet. That's what you need to do. Life is not about living on broccoli all the time, okay, and chicken and broccoli and rice. Life is about enjoying as well. But obviously, health is important. Health is wealth, as I like to say. So make sure you're eating mostly whole foods, but you don't have to restrict yourself in the form of having to eat clean to get results and to create that divide between you and the foods you love. The fourth thing is that it doesn't promote food awareness. It just says, eat clean, okay? Avoid these foods because they're deemed unclean under this diet, but these foods are clean and therefore you can have them. And it doesn't create that food awareness of actually knowing what works well for your body, what's optimal for your body, specifically caloric needs and what calories you need to achieve a certain result, because ultimately that's what is that's going to determine your physique change. And it doesn't really kind of doesn't really help you with your macros either if you're counting macros, because clean eating doesn't really look into that. So really the lack of food awareness I'm not really a fan of, because it really doesn't really develop that awareness in the first place. But don't get me wrong, while you can still eat clean and have food awareness, you just have to develop a different strategy to use it. But the same principle applies of that clean eating is not going to help you achieve that in itself. And therefore, it's not really a good viable strategy. And when you add on the other stuff I've talked about, it just doesn't seem like the solution you should be considering. Because trust me, the whole premise of just eat clean foods and you're perfect, going to be okay, your results are just going to streamline, it's not the reality, okay? The reality is you can eat enough of a healthy food and a food that's considered clean right into a surplus and therefore gain weight rather than lose it. You can do the exact same thing in the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, it does not matter there. It all comes to caloric balance. And if you don't have that awareness because clean eating is your only strategy you're using, it's not going to be a good time, okay? You're not going to get the results you're hoping for. You'll be discouraged. You'll potentially be wasting your time, and it's just not going to be good for your mindset around food, around nutrition, around your health, and around yourself. So you can see from just these 4 reasons alone why clean eating is not really going to be the greatest solution for you to use, okay? It's just not a good viable strategy, and it's one that I really do not like using. And when someone tells me they're clean eating, I question and ask, okay, what about if we think about it in a different way? And that's what I want you to do today, using this video, using the information I've talked about. Go back and watch it again if you need to really see why clean eating is not really the thing you got to be focusing on. There are other more important factors, and trust me, nutrition does not need to be restrictive. In fact, dare I say, it should be flexible. So what is your experience with clean eating? Let me know, okay? Drop it in the comments below. Let me know what your experience with clean eating is. I'll be curious to hear whether you've had good experiences, bad experiences, whatever. Just drop it in the comments below to let me have a read of it. Now, one of my jobs is to decipher truth from myth, okay? To help clients discover nutrition that works for them and that's gonna work long term, and then provide that roadmap to create that bridge. Now, if this is something you're missing, if you find you're just spinning your wheels, following this diet, that diet, trying to eat clean and not getting results and just feeling stuck, feeling like you're struggling and you just want help with that, well, I can do that for you. Okay, I've got spots available in my nutrition coaching program. It's a coaching experience like you've probably never experienced before, where I'll personally work with you. Okay, I'll personally work with you on your journey to get you the results you're hoping for, to get you to that peak of the mountain, okay, that I like to say. I'm gonna be the Sherpa. It's gonna really kind of help you get there. So if this is something you're interested in, okay, if you want to apply and see if you're a right fit, there is a link in the description below for you to apply for this nutrition coaching program. Otherwise, you can obviously send me an email at alexa@theclimbdietitian.com.au and get chatting there, see if it's the right fit, and go from there. As always, if you have any questions about today's video, please drop them below as well, and I'll get back to them. And of course, if you feel like you just want to email me your questions, that's okay as well. alexa@theclimbdietitian.com.au. Smash the like button, okay? If you've liked what you've heard today, if you've liked the fact that now you don't have to be clean eating and you can actually be more flexible with your nutrition, then like this video, show me some love, show that this has been helpful for you. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Stay classy. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.